days I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah.
All right, how's everybody doing? Firstly, want to thank everyone for number one, watching. Number two, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. That really, and do that right now. Costs nothing to do that. It really helps us to bring more content in the future and to reach more people. And that's the point, is to share as much information as possible and to reach as many people as possible. So thank you in advance for doing that. The title of this ties into ChatGPT is still no match for humans when it comes to accounting. And I wanted to really shine a light on this, on that fact. So this is based on that, on the title, and it's based on an article and some research, which I was excited to be able to contribute to. And that research, and this is an article that sort of summarizes the research. This article is titled "ChatGPT is still no match for humans accounting." This is phys.org. So you can go to phys.org in their news section if you want to take a look at this. And it summarizes the research that was completed, and it's published in a journal called the Issues in Accounting, where ChatGPT was tested on 25,181 accounting exam questions. So these are questions that were given to accounting students, and there were over 300 accounting professors that took part in this and contributed to this question pool. What happened was, on average, the students scored better compared to ChatGPT on these questions. And this goes in to give you some interesting and findings from that research in ChatGPT. But the other part here is, if you think about GPT-4 and that's evolution and how it's improved, the question is, will that be the same? And the point I wanted to make with this video today is that when we think about this technology and how fast, so first of all, you may say, well, you know what, that's a win for humans. We're ahead of the curve. You know, AI is not going to take over. That may be true. However, if you look at the timeline, this was done right after the release of ChatGPT. So November 30th of 2022, testing it on that first version or that first rollout of ChatGPT. So if you think about that and you look at today, this is April 23rd, we're not even 6 months into 2023, and there's the 3.5 version, there's another updated 3.5 version, and there's a 4.0 version, which has had an update, the last I checked, on March 23rd of 2023. So we've already got the 4.0 version and the 3.5. So the question is, we don't even know how that would stand up to that other 3.5 version or the 4.0. So you're saying, Dr. Akpan, what's the point of all this? There may be a win, right? So that might be a win in one battle, but what about the whole war, right? So if you think about how fast this is moving and how fast it's changing and upgrading and updating, would that be the same answer? Is that gap still there? Would we expect the same outcomes? So that's something to think about, how fast the technology has developed, changed, and changed in its impact. As an accounting educator, I may say that's great, and that would be great if that was the only version of ChatGPT that was out there and the only one that we could expect for a while. But that's not the case. In a matter of months, we've seen it develop really. The 4.0 is amazing. And there's anticipation, there may be some delay on the 5.0 or the next version of it. But in the meantime, there may still be updates, and we don't know how drastic those jumps in the technology, as far as the improvements on these updates, we don't know. But we do know the speed of this can really move very rapidly. And that's one of the things, that's really the through line of this video, and what I wanted everyone to think about is how fast technology is shifting. We've seen growth in different areas, from social media. So when we think about, or even social media, streaming, we see the development from the PC, laptop to smartphone. So we've seen all of these transitions, but now we've seen this development really in, super hyper speeds. And when you think about the growth, the jump to 100 million monthly active users in just a matter of months, we haven't seen something like that. So I just wanted to take the time to think about that perspective. It's important, the research that was done and the outcome, so the output and the insights that it gave, but do those insights hold? And I remember when we were working on this research, during the research, there was an update, and we had to even write in, there's a disclaimer. This may not be true for the newer version or the updated version of the ChatGPT, because we're not using that to test. We'd already tested on the initial version. And while we're even working on the research, they updated the software. So this is an amazing time. It's a great time to focus in on learning and becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable and looking towards always looking towards the future, and that things are going to continue to change. I'd love to hear your thoughts, what you think about. I've got some really great comments, especially from last week's interview with Dr. Teresa Hammond. That was amazing. A lot of comments. Make sure you comment. A lot of great comments came in on the shorts, on the YouTube shorts, and on YouTube itself. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. Love to hear your comments, feedback. If you have any questions or would like to do collaborations, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to do so. Have an amazing, amazing week. And for those of you who are listening to this on the podcast platform, make sure to come over to YouTube, subscribe so you can also view the video as it comes out. Thank you so much.
In my veins, I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame, cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my